there is a nest in there with a red dragon egg. Single solitary red dragon egg.
I wish you could. Nez's eyes widen.
And I just mind meld and I just say, Nez, do not touch that egg.
I know, Raz, I'm not an idiot. We need to find the parent's voice.
I think it's time we find out where this ball is.
Oh, non-dragons.
How you doing?
Yes, you must be the people that Owen begged me to invite.
No, touch it. I'm fighting the urge to eat you all.
Announcing 4 new guests to the ball.
Holy shit.
I have just noticed that you brought your flail.
Yeah. I figured they wouldn't notice because I'm so well disguised in every other way.
I think they will definitely notice.
It's much more sort of mood lighting, appropriate to a ball, bright enough early in the party to be able to see everybody. And you start to see all of the servants, many more of them now. There's probably a few dozen of them milling around. There's already a few other guests that you can tell from the fact that they're not wearing the multicolored suits, that they must be actual attendee guests. And people are walking around with drinks in hands and such. So, what would you like to do? What would you be first doing to mingle, essentially?
Going to get a drink.
Drink. Probably.
Straight to the nearest bar. There's one equidistant left and right, and then there's one directly opposite you. And then you would be entering right next to the stage, essentially.
I am following behind and I am just constantly scanning the room because I'm still like, why the are we here? Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Why did Owen invite us? Where is Owen? What's going? What?
Nez is keeping an eye out as well, but as he's walking through, he's looking up at all of the It's a party. He's looking at, and he's just kind of doing that thing. Hey, nice to meet you. Hey, Toots. But he's not stopping to have conversation. He's just
You
walking
make it to the bar. First thing then is, what sort of a drink would you guys be ordering? What kind of cool draconic themed drinks would there be at this bar?
I was just gonna, hey, whiskey, but what's on tap? What's on the menu?
I'd like something from the gilded, like a gilded inspired drink. Maybe it's like a gilded rim or something.
Yes, all right. Yeah, I love that. So the bartender is seemingly really huge, maybe Goliath in what they've chosen for their humanoid form, and the mask they're wearing has got these huge horns that kind of go up and back over the top of their head. And they're very confident as they greet you. What can I get for you? You explain, it's some sort of gilded thing. And right, so what do you do? He does some of the flair bartending, throwing shit up, and eventually pours in this like, it looks like molten gold as he's pouring it, but a lot less viscous, watery, and it splashes up the sides and leaves kind of that residue that you look for in good wine. And then eventually he gets the what's that?
Got legs.
It's got legs. And then he gets out this like duster shaker thing and over the top, and it like lands on the rim of the glass and up across it, and it's got this like gold flakes, sparkles. Slides that across to you. What would other people be asking?
Give me something magical, something ice claw.
Ice claw, great taste. He gets out a small gemstone, like an arcane gemstone, and places that in the bottom of his shaker. And as he does so, you can start to hear it. And then he goes, cool. Boom! And he opens the top of the shaker, and this lightning bolt goes out of the thing and just like misses the drift globes and just kind of hits some part of the ceiling. And everybody's wooing. There's another one shouts across from the other bar. Something in Draconic. You hear it as like, oh, you're making a what would the name of this arcane ice claw drink be?
Cold snap.
Yeah, I like cold snap.
Are you making a cold snap? Give me one more. And you see him start to grab something. And so he goes, all right, you're watching this. And the third bar says, I'll get in on that. And starts doing this. And then he goes, they do like this almost synchronized swimming sort of a choreography that you can tell that they've got. And then they, boom, and all three of them slam into the middle in a meeting and hits right up into the very peak of where the mountain is. And then the ceiling collapses and everybody dies.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, thanks guys.
pours it in, and it's like crackling, and there's like this electricity running through it. He says, "Don't chug that."
Yeah,
there's like a vast crackle on the tongue.
I got the like magical blue dragon one with berry flavor. It's delicious.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna order one too.
Oh, yum.
Hey, barkeep. I want the black one over there. Make it extra gruesome. Double shot.
Oh,
You sure?
I
Yeah.
feel like that's a bad idea.
No, I can do it. I can handle it.
Oh, God, he's putting some shit in that. Are you sure you want that?
Yeah.
I'll have something dark, but make it mocktail.
What would this black worm?
Yeah.
It would definitely be a black worm
Yeah,
drink.
black
What
one
would
drink.
it- what would it be
I
called?
almost feel like it's almost like thick, like
Oh,
sludge,
okay.
you know. Like
What's the name of it?
tar. It's called Dark Days Are Coming.
Dark Days. You want a dark days? Let me get that for you. He says, how gruesome are we talking?
Make it the most gruesome you could possibly do.
All right, you are.
but also still virgin.
Yeah.
He gets out a small, small
should you
glass
be drinking?
jar.
You're 17, right?
So reaches behind him without looking and grabs a small glass jar from the shelf, and he flicks it over. And as he does, the cap kind of comes off, and out just slides with the centripetal force. Out slides just a dead rat, and he grabs it. He grabs it with the other hand and just slams it like with the back end of it, and just cracks it on the table. You can tell that he just like completely shatters its spine. He grabs it and
Celine during all of this is leaning and trying to be cool, but also she's like
he slams it, grabs it, rings it, and it just
visually.
and all of the juices into this shaker.
Like when you're 18, you order a whiskey, you're like,
Yeah. You're like,
thank you.
I'm cool.
Grabs a bottle with like one of those pourers already in the top of it.
Or the first
Like
time you see a raw
flavor
egg put
anything.
into a drink, and you're like,
bounces,
Yeah.
bounces it off his knee, flicks it over, and then and it's just got into this like jug like glass. They only serve it in like big thick ones.
Yeah.
Last time you did that, you got real f***ed up and I had to clean your hair. So.
No, I was sick.
Oh, I wouldn't drink that. So it's
No,
I would not drink that if I were you.
I had food poisoning. Okay, I'm fine. I can handle my liquor.
Okay, have a f***ing sip.
Ooh.
Oh my God, that was so powerful. It made your ear fall off.
Hold on, I gotta go.
Holy shit!
The gruesomest that they come. What can I get for you? Nothing for you? Water? Right, jar. Just leaves you to
Tali
it.
is gonna just slowly slide just her drink. No judgment. You can have a little sip if you want.
There's other bars as well, so you can be like, I'm just going to order from that bar. No, pretend like I haven't ordered a drink already.
Yeah. Amazing.
All right. While that's going on, there's a few more announcements. Announcing another guest. You keep sort of just glancing over to see as they're coming in. I want each of you to tell me one guest that arrives. What are they wearing and what's their mask look like?
Cool.
You know how I sometimes go just a little bit unnecessary with my prep? I happen to have named every single guest that's going to be coming. There are going to be 50 true dragons in this month.
Did you want us to use the ones that you named?
No, I'll choose which name it is because he's not announcing their names. I just want you to.
These are like they're like humanoid.
And I know that I'm doing it. Like in my prep, it's like 11:30, and I'm like, this isn't important. Well, I don't need to be doing this.
I'm going to need to know 4 of these.
Yeah, I don't need all of these names. Name generator, not like that. I'll adapt it. I'll change that. It's never going to come up, Robert. And I'm like, well, you can't stop me.
there's
You can't stop me. Me, you prick.
There's two dragons, obviously, that are presenting as a dwarven couple. A male dwarf and a female dwarf with these big, thick furs on, and maybe one's carrying like a magical staff or something.
Love it.
And they've got, both of them have the exact same mask on. It's like, you know when you see like a magical ice bolt that freezes midair and a few spikes go out like that, so it's like like that. Oh yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, so it's out like that.
Nice, I love that. Frozen ice lightning crackle mask.
Yeah.
I love that. They get announced and they come in and they start to mingle with the various folk. Head over to one of the bars.
I think there's a very tall, thin couple, almost like high elf kind of, but just not necessarily elves, I don't know, but they're tall, thin.
Because they don't have to be, like when they shapeshift, they can just choose a vaguely humanoid form and choose what it looks like.
So they're just in like Slender Man almost, like wearing like silver, one's wearing a silver suit, the other's in a silver dress, and their masks are like, almost look like they made out of mercury. So they're constantly shifting and changing and
like
sliding.
Ink blot test thing.
Kind of, yeah, almost like Rorschach from Watchmen, but it's just silvery, like shimmery, changing.
I reckon there's a woman who appears to be in her late 60s, and she's got very deep set lines in her face. She has really, really coily hair that sort of, it's like bright silver. And appears human. She's wearing like a deep burgundy dress, and she's accompanied by, I would imagine, like a footman maybe. And he is much shorter than her, young man in his 20s, and he has like cropped red hair. And she just has this air of like importance, and he's very nervous and sort of carrying her coat and all that stuff.
What were their masks? Did I miss?
Their masks, I think hers would be, it's like a lace, like a red lace.
Oh yeah, like that.
And his is just a plain sort of black, we're really slender sort of black mask.
Cool, I like it.
I think a woman kind of who's just very fat, big, like voluptuous, kind of huge hips.
Big old hourglass.
Yeah, big old hourglass, but potentially from what's it called? The green ones? What are they called? Rotfang.
Yeah.
Potentially from that. So she's kind of like bog, I guess. And you can kind of get the sense that she's got like steam or kind of something like rolling off her, like mist. So she's in this kind of deep green, kind of that greeny, yellowy coloured dress, and the mask that she wears is like kind of looks like it's got like weed, like gillyweed, kind of like pouring down her face with these two eyes coming through, which are like deep yellow. She's quite intimidating, I think, an intimidating presence as she walks around the room.
Did I miss human woman presenting?
Yeah, I think human. Yeah. And like big, like not just fat, but like tall. She's a large presence.
Yeah, like someone who's heard what a human looks like.
Yeah, maybe late 40s, early 50s. Kind of.
Cool.
A bog witch.
Weed mask bog witch.
Weed mask bog witch. That's her name. Weed mask bog witch.
Yeah.
So she's going to tell people it is when she's in disguise. All right, so there you go. So you are, you now have seen there's quite a few people started to arrive. The party's definitely beginning. You've got your drinks. What would you be doing to mingle? Are you talking to people? Are you just?
I would say Naz is very used to going to probably not balls, but very used to small talk and very used to like these types of events.
Give me a charisma check then. You can make it no, just straight charisma or performance actually. Performance or charisma?
Actually better. They're exactly the same. Only 10 plus 2.
Okay. With 12, you're doing a good job. You're not upsetting anybody. You're not putting your foot in it.
Just walking up to a few couples and going, "Hey, how's it going?"
You're also noticing that there's not as many people like taken aback by noticing that you're not a dragon as you were expecting from Sasi told you dragons can just feel when people aren't actually dragons. If they are, then they're not showing that they care.
This is kind of Raz's worst nightmare. Like, he fucking hates this.
This is painful. All these people peacocking, showing off.
He doesn't like parties, he doesn't like people, he doesn't like mingling, he doesn't like small talk, he doesn't like dancing.
I hate dancing.
Have you ever danced before?
Yes, I've danced before. I just hate it.
He just wants to be in the
hence
forest.
his -1 charisma.
Yeah, he just wants to be in the forest alone. Also, hence why he kind of chose a mask with no mouth.
Yeah.
Like, so he's just there. He's just standing in the corner, probably following Talia around. So keeping a very close eye on Naz.
Yep.
As no one would, when you go up and say, "Hey, how's it going?" No one's saying, "Hi, I am." Don't think
No one's
so.
introducing themselves because that's kind of the nature, the one rule that they're told on the way. And I'll sort of retcon and say when you were introducing yourself and checking yourself off the list of like making sure your invites, you would have been told that as well. They reiterated, you're not to tell people what clan you are or to ask them their clan.
Naz is group hopping as well. He's doing that thing like it's like a networking event. He's kind of going up, talking to people, enough pleasantries that he can get by, and then if he doesn't feel like he get anything from them, he's wanders away.
There's a few things. I've got like a list of like small talk rumors and tensions that you'll like pick up on from talking to people.
I think
So he's bouncing.
I'll tell you some of
I
that
think
in a minute.
Talia is, this is a sort of a space where she's very used to being because she's been sent here to events like this for various reasons. So
Usually you're here working to be like
to be
shouting out where
but you would be
keeping their
event.
100%. So I think she's walking around the perimeter. She's shift. You can see her if you'd watch her closely. You'd see her shifting personalities based on people who interact with her. So she might laugh at a joke if she's brought into and then she'd sort of dip back to the corners of the room and watch people and change and shift.
Can I also just say that I think I would have said this as we were kind of leaving the Rotfang forest or in the Rotfang that we should mind meld again, just so we can communicate if we need to.
Hopefully long enough for the whole party.
7 hours.
So you have 7 hours of mind meld. It starts just as the party starts.
Yeah, so she's watching.
Make a charisma check with advantage because of your changeling abilities.
Oh no.
10 plus. Hold on. I haven't used my charisma yet, actually, I don't think.
Saving throw or just check?
No, just a charisma check.
Either way.
3.
A 3, so 13.
Yeah.
You're feeling a little off your game for whatever reason. Maybe it's the curse. Maybe it's the fact that you had like weird nightmares again, and maybe it's just like the feeling of that the doctor you've been seeing is somewhere in this mountain. Whatever it is that you feel, you're a little off your game. It's still good. Like you're doing a good job. You're not putting your foot in it. You're naturally. +3 is meaning you're naturally very good at just avoiding faux pas. You can tell in yourself that you could be doing a much better job.
Naz starts to do a few little like those really cringe like party magic tricks with then he puts his hands into his pockets, grabs a few little bits of scrap and other bits and pieces, pushes together something, has a little, I don't know what it looks like initially, it looks like a little egg, and he goes, "Hey, look at this," puts it up, and as it goes up to there, it goes, and then turns into a little mechanical dragon.
Fun.
Doing it, he's enjoying himself, he's doing a good job. A couple of them are like politely like, "Oh, that's actually interesting," because they don't really indulge in that sort of magic. What would you be doing?
I think so much like every ball that she's ever attended, which is a lot, is bored. So she's found herself in the corner, effectively kid on iPad. But she's sitting with her dress like pulled up, and she's sitting on a chair like slumped, and maybe she's pulled out like a finger bone from her bag of holding, and she's just flicking it around her fingers. One by
Rasmus hanging out next to her.
And just every time that maybe a boy or like a young male dragon will go past her, and she just goes just looking from afar, but doesn't want to like engage or dance because she knows she doesn't like dancing, not very good at it.
Yeah.
Her sister's always said, "You're bad at dancing, you're bad at these things," so she's huffing in the corner.
She's huffing and she's got a little she's glue in there.
Can I get an intimidation check from you, please, just to see how people are feeling when they look across to you?
Intimidation -1, 18.
Cool. Yeah, you're pretty just like unapproachable. People are looking across, maybe being like, "Oh, maybe I'll go." No, I don't. No, I think I'll mingle with this person instead.
When you're rolling high, finally.
Maybe we should try to blend in a little bit. The entire purpose of us being here was to gather information, and you two look miserable.
Okay.
Lighten up! It's a party! Sylene, you should have a drink.
No, I don't want to. But I get up, and then I go up to. Is there like a vague music playing at this point?
The orchestra's started.
Just like in the days where I was forced to dance with boys, she goes up to one of the like younger male dragons and just goes, "Do you want to dance?"
I'd love to. Hands his hand out to you.
She knows the moves. She knows exactly.
And she also, like, I consent that she talks herself down, but she's actually then Amazing.
Yeah, I would imagine she's actually really good.
He's wearing this very intricate mask that's it's basically just an eye barely even into his forehead, but it's intricate in the sense that it's not held on by like a strap around the head or something. It's held on by actual like horns and bones, like the sort of thing you see on dragon faces. There's like just like protrusions around the jaws and stuff.
Excuse me. Sorry for interrupting.
It's fine.
You're just captivating.
Oh,
May I have your name?
I'm Soot. Soot Blackmoore.
Am I making you uncomfortable?
Not at all.
Oh, good. I'd hate for that.
And it's a very nice looking mask.
She's kind of into that.
Would you catch a dance?
I don't like dancing.
Maybe you haven't found the right dance partner.
If you must.
Hey guys, sorry for interrupting the game. We just wanted to let you know about a new show we've got called Deal Breakers.
That's right, it's a comedy improv dating show where we play a bunch of different crazy characters looking for love in all the wrong places, am I right?
Bro, it gets unhinged.
It's pretty crazy. I say some stuff that I'm not proud of, but you can see it down there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So go there. I'll keep watching this, that's cool as well.
Yeah, keep watching this, then go there.
But if you're keen now, you can get in.
And he also very good with his. You can tell, this guy's got some sort of training as well. Immediately starts dancing. Give me a performance check. Are you proficient in performance?
I am.
Then yes, you will.
Gotta be with advantage as well.
16 plus.
Yeah, that's why the
8.
proficiency was about 16 plus 8, 24. Yeah, you remember the steps. You know the sort of dance. And he says what's something that's modern, just a foxtrot.
I was picturing the
waltz
when Darcy and Elizabeth Bennet are doing that whole like hand dance. Regency stuff.
It's Regency style.
Yeah, there you go. He's doing that sort
and
of thing.
And it's beautifully done. I have my hand in the edge of the dress.
He is. Let's see.
She's like, sorry, I'm not very good. And then immediately just like,
the blonde hair flows around, curls.
He's really charming as well. Like, it's up to you how you feel about him, but he did get a over 20 on a sort of charm roll essentially. He is.
She feels
very
like whenever he
interested
takes the back of her like lower back, she's like.
He's got that kind of the confidence and like the dominance of the leading role in it, and a couple of the twirls and stuff as well.
Yeah. She's a smitten kitten.
So I will.
In the brain. See, isn't it nice to get off off the sidelines?
Don't look at me! Don't stop it! You're embarrassing me!
I'll say.
Stop staring, Naz.
I'll say, as you, with your respective roles, you can choose some from the following list to start hearing about small talk, rumours, and tensions. So the categories are, just talk about the ball itself, rumours about Tyrellian, any information or rumours about the clanless and the hybrids, any talk about prismatic dragons, talk about Stormscar itself, or any shade at each other's clans. All right, so with your high rolls, you all will pick up something from this table. You rolled well enough. You rolled the best, is what I was trying to say. And so you get first pick of the small talk rumours and tensions.
You guys
Did we roll yet? I don't know.
You rolled an intimidation check.
Oh,
you rolled
Yep.
charisma check. You rolled a charisma check. You rolled a performance check. Those were the charisma checks needed for what you're going to pick up on. So picking first. What would you like to learn about? The ball, Tyrellian rumours, clanless and hybrids, prismatics, Stormscar, or shade at each other?
I think maybe. What would you be interested in? Oh well, she said this chat with Talia about the hybrids and stuff like that. So maybe she's just trying to talk to her little dancing partner. And I don't really know what she would ask because she's not really allowed to ask if he's a hybrid.
You don't have to ask. This is like you tell me the topic and then I'll say it's not even necessarily the person you're talking to. Some of it will be, but it's like what information you're picking up on as you're dancing. You're hearing other people talking.
Okay, perfect.
So I'll start with the guy you're dancing with.
So tell me, what do you know about the hybrid dragons here?
I don't really know many, to be honest, but I got no problem with them myself.
Okay. Sorry, follow-up question, and you have to be really honest with me.
Always.
Are you Owen?
I don't know what that means.
What's his name? Does he even know?
He doesn't offer it. I will choose which one it is, though. Who would it be? Let's see.
Mr. Big.
In my head, he's Leonardo DiCaprio from Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, I love that
and they've got that costume party.
Through the fish
But
tank?
he's the dragon version of
Yeah.
it.
The fish tank.
Fish tank.
It's a classic.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Very good film.
He's got an open Hawaiian shirt on. Oh no, he's a knight. He's a knight in that scene, right? He's just a knight.
Right, he is, yeah, true.
All right. So he, let's see, how's he going to get onto this topic and which attitude is he going to have towards it? I think he's more in this one. I think you overhear a couple of the other people on the dance floor saying things of the line of, "Why did Cerulean spare the hybrids? He cared for them, like as a half-breed himself." And I don't know, it's appalling that we've been reduced to so few of us that the damn mixed bloods outnumber us now. And there's a few people of that. And you kind of feel from this guy, he gets a little tenser in the moment, and you can tell that he's a little not of that opinion. And he responds, he sort of, after a moment of thinking, he kind of says, I think if I were around in the time of Tynerum's campaign towards interbreeding, I would have been right behind him. I think we are stronger with them when we're not afraid to mix.
I would agree.
I think that
just placating him.
I think that
just to make that clear.
Yes, I think that breeding interbreeding could lead to wonderful moments among our people.
What do you think of interspecies?
And he takes you by the hand and leads you away.
So, this is just a random question just off the top of my dome, but what do you think about, like, interspecies relationships?
Oh, like between dragons and half elves, half humans.
Yeah, for example.
I'm a big fan.
Okay.
Performance check. So yes, you
talk.
you pick up
The birds of the beat. Hey, I want to talk to you about the birds of the beat. And then she doesn't sever the psychic link. All three of us are there.
No.
It's about to get real dark. I'm gonna carry on.
You hear another, just on the same topic of the clanless and the hybrids. The hybrids are just living in High City now. Dozens of them, in our ancestors' homes. And somebody responds, well, I think it's wonderful. I think how our ancestors treated some of our fellow dragons, purely on account of them being born to the wrong dragons. It's appalling and it's unjustifiable. And there's you're picking up essentially that there is dissent among how the true bloods that are hiding amongst you with the masks on. Some are pro-hybrid, some are against, some are kind of pro, but only because it's necessary. The last one on the list is you hear somebody say, of course we need to start crossbreeding. It's not ideal, but look around. There's only a few dozen of us left. And so they're like, yeah, hybrids are fine, but only out of necessity because there's so few of us. So yeah, lots of mixed opinions.
But no one's really like pro. None of the.
Well, the guy you were dancing with was like he talked about. This is an interesting thing to pick up on as well. He talked about if I were around in the time of Tynerum's campaign towards interbreeding, which is something you've heard hints of.
Sissig told us about Tynerum, but he didn't say how long ago it was, or did he?
I
think he actually did say thousands of years ago.
He said a long time ago, and that Tynerum was a. I think he mentioned that his species, didn't he? Did he mention that? Has anybody got Tynerum's species down?
No, I've just had a vision to change the dragon rules.
Tynerum was black and gold.
Yeah,
black and gold.
I had that
yes,
as well.
so he mentioned that Tynerum, a half black, half gold dragon, tried to really campaign hard towards encouraging people to interbreed and to not adhere to the rules of their masters, telling them who they can and can't sleep with, sort of thing, and to just follow their hearts and start to have whatever. And it was a campaign that got some traction. And he said, and the guy you're dancing with says, I think if I was around at the time, I would have been behind him. We are stronger when we're not afraid to mix. So he's pro-hybrid. All right, so that's the rumours and things that you're picking up on. Your intimidating stature, just kind of setting at the side. You will be able to pick up on stuff as people come and sit near enough that you can overhear, or you can start to wander around and mingle and stuff.
Talia has walked over to Raz and she says, we have to make our way to the dance floor now. Come.
Do we?
We do.
Do we though?
Come. She turns and she walks out.
Turns and leads
Would you consider trying to dance to blend in, perhaps?
Fine.
Wait, I believe in you and your ability to dance.
He reluctantly follows. If it had been anyone else, I mean, if so did us, he probably would have as well. But
If Naz had asked me, hey,
he would have.
he would have punched him in the face.
He would have loved to, but yes, he follows.
I'll have a performance check from both of you then. See how well you can
Let's
dance.
see how this goes.
See how well you dance. You can make it dexterity-based performance if you prefer over charisma, with it being a dance.
7.
I'll take
13 plus
dexterity
7.
over the minus
20.
1. 11. Performance, did you say?
Performance, so you can make it either dexterity or charisma-based performance.
I'll take dexterity.
Cool. So are you proficient in performance? Probably not, no.
I am a
cool.
minus
so
1 in
just
performance.
whatever your straight dexterity score is onto that then.
0.
Yeah, cool.
Wow, that's. Don't ever do that again. That's terrible.
Okay, did you know you can be casually cruel sometimes?
Better than -1.
Better than -1. So 11.
11 and a 20. So
That makes
she's,
sense.
so she's
That
like
makes a lot of sense. The dice are telling the story.
Just try not to.
she's leading from the non-leading position. She's like, come on, you must
It's just
lead me
that
this
thing
way.
where he
lead
just
me this
suddenly
way, lead me this way."
tenses. Just gets
just
tense.
She's doing a couple of those things where she's like putting her feet beneath your feet and like kicking them aside. Okay, you just
Stand still and move side to side.
Yeah, all right. He just kind of stands there, one arm behind his back, and holds his hand up, lets her dance around.
It's a dance around.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, 11's not terrible. It's just not
No,
great.
he's not a.
Yeah.
What am I trying to say? He's not
double
like
left foot.
clumsy and f***ing it up. He's just,
uncoordinated.
like,
He's not got a
a
negative
bit
2
tense
dexterity.
and rigid.
Cool. So you rolled the next highest of the people when we did those initial checks. So you can
Yeah.
choose which category of rumors and small talk.
One of them
things
was
you-
like prismatics.
prismatics. Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to hear about that because he's just.
Okay.
Again, he'd never even really. Because like prismatic wasn't something he was even aware of earlier, eh? Yeah.
No.
So, and because he's still obviously so obsessed with this dawn scale thing, and he's prismatic feels like a door into that potentially.
Yeah.
Like.
You pick up the vibe that you pick up overall is that people don't know much about them, but they've got a lot of wild speculations about it. You also pick up on the fact that very few people that you overhear talking about them are fond of them. You hear people saying, "I think that they're some artificial dragons being created by humans or elves or something. They envy us in our forms, and they're trying to create more from some sort of lab." Actually happening to touch on not too far from the truth.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about your loss. Oh my God, so good to see you. What are you doing?
The dance, it flows through me.
It should cease to throw. Hey, did you get any information?
Yes, I got some information. I found out the prismatic dragons are being made in the lab. Hey!
Oh my God.
Hey! 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 Hey!
No, he's fine.
Hey! Hey!
He's
I'm
fine.
more than fine.
He's fine.
I feel alive.
Yeah, that makes me go. Okay.
No, they're not lab created. They're just mutated vermin from the halls of the Stormscar prisons. They've been influenced by our draconic ancestors, and they're being given dragon form, but they're just mutants. Well, yeah, they're mutants, but that's because they're just from the kinky clanless getting freaky. Yes, this is why the clanless shouldn't be allowed to breed. Those sorts of conversations. They are wildly all over the place with their theme, their expectations about them. How old are they even? I don't know. They've not been around long, but they seem to become the ones that I've seen are much older than they should have been. So where were they hiding in their nests? So you're gathering that prismatics haven't been around long, and that they seem to be growing up. That they're either hidden for a long time, and people don't know about them until they're old enough to leave the nest, or they're somehow aging more rapidly than they should be, and that people are pretty confident in saying that they're mutants or they're artificially created and that sort of stuff. And the general vibe is that they don't like them.
Yeah, cool.
Having rolled the next highest, what would you?
What was the option for asking about Stormscar? Was it
Stormscar is one of the options.
Yeah.
You can learn what they are saying about the mountains. If you're interested.
Do you think you could give me a quick rundown again? Sorry, my memory is not great of
Of the things.
of the other
Of the
options.
lists? Yeah, no worries. That is information about the ball itself, rumours about Taurelian, the clanless and hybrids we've done, prismatics we've done, information about Stormscar or shade at each other's clans.
I think about Stormscar. I think she's intrigued as to what is happening in the sublevels. Yeah.
You pick up that there has, let's see, the first just like small talk is the things like, it looks like there's been decent work done on the place in recent years. And in response to that, somebody says, yes, who's heading the renovations? I don't know. Not many people were actually living in Stormscar. Yeah, we only started returning when Taurelian attacked. So who was renovating and why? How did they know we were coming back? And you realise now that the renovation work you've been hearing about and like picking up on little bits of here and there, it seemed to have been done before the attacks of Taurelian drove people back to Stormscar in the first place.
Someone's been preparing.
Someone has been preparing for people to return to Stormscar.
That makes me feel uncomfortable.
You also pick up on people saying, somebody's very excited and says, I checked on the nest this morning. They took it. They took it? Yes, they took one of my eggs. I can't believe I've been blessed by the ancestors. Oh, I'm confident that my worries about being a new parent are relaxing now. And you realise, yes, even this morning the eggs are still getting taken. That kind of
have a look through here. That looks at the security camera.
Oh yeah.
That kind of thing is a vibe of people who are like excited that they've brought their eggs to this ball because the ancestors are going to bless them, and then they're being taken in honour of blessing the ones that remain.
I'm gonna ready my area token for after Soot's done her.
Okay. Soot did hers, but we're on to Adam.
Naz.
Oh, sorry, Naz. Yeah.
Adam, what would you like to know about?
Oh God, all three of the ones that they picked are the three I wanted to know. Cool. So I just randomly pick one of the others.
Shade at each other, rumours about Taurelian, or just information about the ball.
Let's go shade at each other.
Okay. You pick up that people feel about the Rotfangs like they are cowards. They are the most cowardly of the 5 original clans. They are the most likely to use minions to do their fighting for them and to hide. They are the smallest of the clans, that much is factual. And they live in forests where they can hide and manipulate their fungus people to do their fighting. People are saying that the Rotfangs only survived, the ones that survived only survived because they didn't fight Taurelian and they retreated into Ewelin Forest and managed to be cowardly. People say about the Ice Claws that they hid behind their use of magic and illusion instead of fighting outright like brave warriors. The other dragons that aren't Ice Claws look at magic with disdain, like it's cheating, and it's not actually physical biting and clawing and breath weaponing, and so it's lesser. The Ice Claws also factually are the largest of the clans. They moved to the Dead Frost where it's exceptionally cold, and like most things, cold climates tend to evolve larger creatures. People talk about the Gilded like they used their abilities with shapeshifting to hide rather than fighting Taurelian, and the ones that survived only did so because they're incredibly good at shapeshifting. People talking about it, say that the Gilded clan are the only ones that can stay in their shape indefinitely. They're the only ones that can turn into other dragons, like they can shapeshift into the form of other dragons. And they also talk about the Gilded as the only ones that the other dragons can't sense as dragons when they are in their dragon form.
Like
Owen! You son of a bitch!
Owen's such a human. He's so human.
And then Talia goes into a trance to access her Aerie token.
There's like a creature that's like right here in front of the... And it's a black dragonborn fetus.
Owen, how do you know my real name?
I'm so desperate to get to the bottom of this.
I have a lot of questions for you.
Announcing 3 more members for the party. You recognize the dress, you recognize the person, you recognize the mask that she's wearing.
Oh shit.
Queen Brianna Blackmoore has entered.
Hey guys, you've finished the episode now, so you have literally no excuse.
No excuse. Literally, to go watch Deal Breakers. As you probably remember, we mentioned it before.
Yeah.
And now you just go this way.
It's right there. Click the button. Just click the button.
What do you have to do today?
Just
It's
click it.
more important than this.
Nothing.
Literally nothing.
Nothing. Click it.
Make sure you did your tax return.
Oh, we touched hands just then. Deal breakers.
Connection.
Ah.